Go.
Hey guys, welcome back to WILEY and Company. Thanks for stopping back in today. We got that video of how to make tasty homemade chicken and dumplings. And we were supposed to have this out a couple of days ago, but we had a lot of filming, microphone distractions, a lot of complications. So we're gonna have to put a voiceover on part of this. But it's the whole thing. So thanks for coming by today. Hope you enjoy the video. If you do, we appreciate a thumbs up or something like that, or a comment. And let's get started on making these homemade chicken and dumplings. Alright guys, you're going to love these tasty homemade chicken and dumplings made from scratch.
So one of the first things we've done is we've cooked 2 chicken breasts on the stove on a low to medium heat for about 30 minutes, just until they're cooked through.
And they're sitting over there on the stove in the pan or pot right now, waiting for us to make the dumplings, and then we can use the chicken breast that we already cooked.
Also, we saved the broth from the cooking that we will also use in the final.
So let's get ready to make these chicken and dumplings. So here we got, alright, well first off, disclaimer. Under sworn testimony, sworn oath, I have never made chicken and dumplings, and I'm a newbie, so we're going to have to let the boss here tell me what to do.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is go over the ingredients for the dumplings. In the bowl that right there, we have 3 cups of flour. We have extra flour for rolling out the dumplings, and also we're going to layer them in the dish on the side there that he's showing. Then we're going to use lard, a half a cup. And we can our lard, but you can also buy lard at the grocery store now. He's showing it in the box there. And then we're going to have 1 egg.
Oh, he's a little frisky thing, isn't he?
Yeah. And then we have 3/4, or well, a cup of water. We'll use about 3/4 to a cup of water, depending when we mix it up. And then our salt and pepper that we'll add to the dumplings.
Oh, that's the Pampered Chef cooking bakery mat, huh?
Yeah, it's good for rolling things out.
So we're going to take the 3, well no, we're going to get the big bowl out.
Right. And then you're going to add the 3 cups of flour.
Quickly. Does it seem like it's in slow motion?
You just watched it a lot.
Alright, now we're going to pour in some...
Now you're going to measure the lard in
okay.
half a cup of lard.
Alright, well I don't know what I'm doing, so you gotta tell me. I guess the camera could be better positioned at this point, huh?
Yeah, I think I moved it when I saw that it was not showing the whole bowl. See?
Yeah. Alright, so we got our lard. Alright, now we're cutting to the action, guys. We'll take our lard and put it in here without making a huge mess. Do I need to make a room for the lard? No, I don't need to, but I think I do because I don't know what I'm doing. It's stuck. It won't come off. So this, what kind of lard is this?
This is leaf lard.
Leaf lard?
Yeah, there's different types of lard, depending what part of the pig that you get.
Yeah.
And this is like the purest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I rendered it down to this. You can tell it's very smooth.
Yeah. So we got the lard in.
Right. So the next thing you're going to do...
There's Wiley, get down. Wiley. That Wiley, he's something, boy. Alright, now we gotta wash our hands again, right?
Yep.
Look at that guy. Alright, I washed my hands. A lot of hand washing going on around here. So now we're going to take the fork and...
You're going to take the fork and you're going to work the lard into the flour.
Right.
Till it's like crumbly. If you've ever made homemade biscuits, it's the same process.
And at first you'll think that it's not really mixing. You just keep working it and then it sort of breaks down and then start mixing in. There's Wiley again. He's persistent. So you just keep working it in, guys. I'm a newbie. If I can do this, you can do it. Just go step by step here.
I'd say you look pretty expert at it already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So there's no, this is just the way you do it. There's not a better tool or no, nothing to...
Well, some people have pastry cutters, I think they call them. If you make pies and biscuits, and they can use that, but I don't know where mine's at. I had one and I don't know where it is.
So you don't want to warm the lard up in the more
No.
liquidy form and do it that way?
No.
Okay. Alright. Looks about good enough to me.
Yep.
And there's Wiley again. Boy. You'd think that dog never ate. So now we're going with the water.
No, I think you add the egg.
Oh, yeah. Got one chicken egg here to put in there. Alright, so we're just going to mix all this in. We put about 1/3 of our water in there. We're just going to mix it all together, mix it in, right, honey?
Yes.
Now, you don't want to cook your eggs before you put them in there, right?
Correct.
Alright. So we sure do need some more water in there, don't we?
Yes. More than likely won't use the whole cup. But you just want to add a little at a time because you don't want to get them sticky. You want to form a nice dough ball.
Yeah. Just a little more water there we put in. Alright, see guys? We're giving you a whole show right here. I mean, You know, real time right here.
Now, at this point, if it does seem like it might be a little sticky, because just looking at it, it's kind of just a see and touch thing to know the dough. You can add a little flour, but we're going to put it on the mat with some flour, so that'll stiffen it up.
Alright, but see, me being a newbie, I wouldn't know what's too sticky or how the consistency needs to be. And that's why my supervisors, I got a supervisor, because I'm a newbie.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get that balled up a little bit here.
You want to aim more for not a dry dough ball, but more stiff, you know, so that when you roll it out, it's easier to cut the dumplings.
Right.
I think we found out basically we're going to half that dough and do it in halves because it's just easier. And I think the first ones were a little bit more on the wet side, but they turned out fine by the time we put all the flour on them.
Yeah.
Basically, you don't want the dough sticking to your fingers. Yeah. See? Add a little more flour.
There's WILEY Bear again.
He's just supervising too.
He runs back and forth, checking every lookout spot he can get. There's my other hand. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, the egg shell.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see that before. Alright, so now my boss told me to break half of it off.
Right.
You know.
I mean, you can use a knife if you want to be particular, but I just usually break half of it.
And then we'll put the other half down, back in the bowl. Put some flour down so we don't stick. Is that a anti-stick mat or?
It's a pastry mat.
No.
It's great for rolling out pastry.
Right.
Plus, it keeps a lot of your flour contained, so you're not getting them all over your counter.
Right.
Well worth it if you're going to make pies and anything bread. As you can see, it has the size. I don't think I've ever been able to roll it to the perfect circle, though.
Right. I think I gotta wash my hands here, or no, I guess I don't.
No, because you're going to be... And side note, we did forget to put the pepper in the dough, but we had kind of a wild dog in the background during this whole process.
Now this is called a rolling pin for all you newbies out there. They come in very handy. We're going to put some flour in our pan that we're going to put the dumplings in.
So basically, you're going to cut the dumplings out and you're going to layer them in this pan, and then we're going to put them in the refrigerator. They need to chill before we add them to the hot liquid so that they'll form as soon as you drop them in. Well, actually keep their form, I should say, because you don't want them breaking apart.
Now, a lot of people do their dumplings like rectangular, long, longer.
Yeah, when I first got this recipe, they said to do 4-inch strips, and I revised it down to about 1-inch strips. See, the first ones he cut were a little big, because these dumplings, once they cook, will double, if not triple in size. So you think 1 inch isn't very big, but really it is. I mean, if you like to cut a big dumpling, 4 inches, it'll be about 6 inches when it cooks.
Yeah.
Remember how big they were the first time I cooked them?
Right, yeah.
So he rolled it to about, I would say about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little less. So these are going to be a little thicker. I probably do mine a little bit thinner and get more out of it, but it's whatever you prefer. You get plenty out of the whole recipe of 3 cups of flour, but...
Right.
Oh, and a little trick that we didn't mention is before you put them in a pan, dust them with flour and flip those. That's what I was trying to show them here.
Right, yeah.
And then you're going to put more flour. And it seems like it's a lot of flour, but we will actually use all this flour. We'll put it in after we put the dumplings into the sauce or gravy. I guess it's really a gravy, right?
Yeah.
And this just keeps them from sticking too in the process. But they're pretty stiff. So at this part, I realized his first batch was a little bit maybe on the wet side. So I was encouraging to add a little flour to make it a little stiffer. And then just knead it in, a couple kneads. Yeah.
So, yeah. See, you could have made that whole pan of dumplings in like 3 minutes. And it took me like 10 minutes.
Well, I like to see you suffer.
Oh, okay.
Actually, he was having a good time. And the little bit on the side there, we will use every scrap. We will have a dumpling out of every scrap. I don't like to waste, so.
So we're going to go ahead and show this right here. Well, I don't know. I might, this last part, I'll probably sped it up. This looks a little speeded up here. Because you make, there,
it's the same
we're
process.
going over and over and over it. So in order to cut down on the viewer time a little bit for you guys, we're going to fast forward through a lot of this stuff.
And see how expert he has gotten on cutting after just one batch. Look how beautifully even those became. So, see, it doesn't take much to learn.
It's like running a saw,
Yeah. Okay, so we're speeding through this one.
Yeah.
You're gonna cut this out.
No. It's gonna leave it in here for the people to see the whole process.
Oh, you spat it out.
Yeah, spat up now. And then the last little bit there on the scraps, we're going to use that, and I think I'll speed that up really fast, though.
Yeah.
But you guys can see the gist of it here. I mean, you can always fast forward if you get tired of watching this part, and just fast forward to the next step on your Roku device.
I think some people watch on their telephones.
Yeah, I don't watch much of nothing on telephone. So we're getting it loaded up, guys. These are the last ones.
And you can put these on a tray. When I first started making them, I did it on a plate, and I just kind of came up with putting it in the dish. It just seemed easier because the plate, you get flour dropping off the side and stuff.
Yeah. Keeps it more contained.
I think the person that gave me the recipe said to do them on a plate originally, but
I think we're about through here. You want to put the dumplings after you get them in that pan, all of them, you want to put them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes, right?
yep.
And then while that's sitting in the fridge for 30 minutes, you can go ahead and start prepping your 2 chicken breasts. But you guys can see and learn too, just like I did. So basically when you do this, you want to try to shred it into strips and not just crumble it up into real small pieces. I mean, it's going to break down a little bit anyway when you're in the pot cooking it.
Yeah.
But you want to start off with, you know, the bigger pieces if you can, and then some of them are going to break down when you're cooking it with the boiling and everything else.
And I just boil this in pure water. I don't put salt or anything in it because there's going to be salt added to the dumplings and the gravy part. This is also great if you get a rotisserie chicken. You can just, you know.
Yeah, you already got it cooked and you can just strip it and put it in here.
Yeah. Or any leftover chicken.
Yeah. Well, you could probably put chicken nuggets in there if you had to.
No, I don't even know if they're real chicken. So that's basically it. Just shred it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're gonna add this is the chicken broth that I saved from
3
cooking the
cups.
chicken. Yeah, and I strained it, and there's still a little bit of, you can see, fat or whatever, but it's fine. It's gonna cook in the gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't throw that broth out.
Yeah, after you cook your chicken, keep that and then strain it, right, honey?
And then I'm going to add, or you're going to add,
A quart of...
chicken broth.
Right. That was canned in 2022.
Yeah. And then 2 quarts of water.
And the pot is basically about 4-quart pot here.
Yeah. And we'll probably add a little bit more to thicken it, so
Yeah.
it'll be full.
So it looks like we're ready to go to the stove now. Alright guys, so here's our chicken and stock, whatever you call it. And we're going to turn this on 7 and get it up to a boil. And then, what do I need to be doing in the meantime?
Well, we just have to wait for it to bring a boil and then...
Alright, we just got to wait on this to come to a boil, so I'm saying probably about 7 to 10 minutes, and then we'll be back to work on this here in just a bit. Alright guys, we're just going to come over here every few minutes and just stir the chicken broth in the chicken. Yeah, probably going to be about another 5 or 6 minutes to bring the boiling. Alright guys, what we got here is it's almost up to a boil now. Just a couple more minutes. want to turn my fan on because it's going to be very loud. So after it gets boiling, we put the dumplings in, and
Yeah. You have the salt and pepper over here.
and then what we do then, let it come to a boil again.
Then you
gotta
reduce
cook
it and let it cook for 15, 20 minutes.
Oh,
But
okay.
we will probably have to add some more flour.
Right.
Because I know it's not going to be thick enough in there.
Right. Okay.
So I got your flour right here,
All right.
the spoon, and we'll probably just add some chicken broth to it.
Okay. Good idea. And it's almost to a boil now, guys. So we got our dumplings, have been in the fridge for 30 minutes. Excuse me. It's right here getting ready to boil now. Just boiling or a ferocious boil?
Just boiling. Alright, you don't have to keep stirring it.
Yes, ma'am.
And take the spoon out.
Okay. And then just as soon as it gets boiling, start putting these dumplings in.
Right, and then usually where I see it start boiling, I just start putting the dumpling, like, see it starting to pop there.
Like right here.
Yeah, just.
So you really don't want it at a ferocious boil.
Well,
And
it
then
could
you
be
just
boiled a
dump the
little
whole
bit
thing
more.
in.
No. Gotta do them one at a time.
Alright, one at a time, guys.
You don't want them sticking.
That's what the boss said.
It could be probably boiling a little more, but I've done it at this stage. Because you see you got several
We're
spots.
starting to go now.
Yeah,
So.
wherever you see here, move it around because you don't want them all in the same spot.
Yes, boss. So yeah, it's gonna be some good eating tonight, that's for sure.
There you go. Usually I get halfway, I'll do a little stir. They'll start floating to the top as they're.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we do have a few thick ones in there.
Yeah.
But that's alright. So basically when you get enough in to sort of cover your boils, you stir them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how much pepper we want to put in here, you think? Tablespoon? Or more?
That's probably a little more than that. You know, we always sometimes.
We'll start off with that. A
You
little
can
bit more salt? Or?
Yeah, because you didn't put that much in there. You can always salt them afterwards.
Is that enough?
Yeah, I don't personally like a lot of salt, so.
Yeah, but you definitely got to have some salt. It makes the chicken broth pop.
Yeah.
So, and then we're going to let these cook for about 20 minutes, huh?
Well, we're going to go ahead and add the thickener so they can.
Alright, what about turning the heat down?
Yeah, you
now?
can turn them down then.
To what?
I'd say 6 at least. We'll probably go lower once we add the.
Alright, so we need to add some more salt.
No. You need to add some chicken broth to it.
Oh, okay. I got it.
He's able to open those things without. So, no, here. Add it to the flour. You never want to add flour directly. See that flour?
How much?
Keep going. Probably double what the flour is in there. You never want to add flour directly
into the mix.
because you'll get lumps. So you have a few little ones, but those are
Okay, let me get the spoon and try to get these lumps.
I think you can turn it down more. Though.
Well, see, guys, this 4-quart pot here is almost full. Alright, we'll go down to 5 halfway.
I've taken over making your thickener.
I appreciate it.
I know you got. Here, let me get
Well, thank you so much. I knew you was a good catch. Oh, you gotta get those lumps out. Is that what you're trying to do? Okay.
If I had my little whisk, but I don't know where it is. We don't have a mixer.
Yeah, I know we don't. Is this the one you're looking for right here? No. We could use it.
I just do it with a spoon, the old-fashioned way. All right, you probably want to even turn those down more. They are boiling away.
All right, we'll put them on 4.5.
I think they're
We'll
gonna.
put it on 4, and then if it dies down too much, we'll turn it back up a little bit. Okay. All right, you got that ready for me now?
Almost. I'm gonna put a little more pepper. I'm eyeballing it and.
Yeah, don't look like much pepper in there.
Yeah. We like our pepper.
But yeah, when I get tired of the basic chicken and dumplings,
Okay.
I put that cheese and I put that sour cream on them. And it's sort of like a pot pie, guys, like a chicken pot pie when you put the cheese and the sour cream on it.
So you always want to add liquid to your flour before putting it. You can also use cornstarch.
All right. So we're pouring that in now. So we're pouring that in now.
I see. I didn't even do it all.
Well, now you think you might need to add more flour?
Well, it'll thicken as it
It's
cooks.
getting a little thicker now already.
Usually, the next day it's really thick. You know, once they sit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll cook them and then turn it off, and we'll eat it later that evening, and it's thickened.
Right, yeah.
Okay. I'll get the rest of that a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting thicker by the
Yeah.
minute here. All right.
That's it.
So we're going to go ahead and put the timer on 20 minutes. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
So put the timer on 20 minutes. And there we go. You think that's going to be enough heat? Or?
Probably could go down lower. You know,
Yeah, these glass top, I tell you, man. They don't respond that fast, and then by the time you want the heat you got, now it's too hot, and now you got to lower it, but it doesn't really lower it immediately. Like the old electric ranges, I think we're better, don't you?
All right. So that's it.
All right,
Just let them simmer, and
we'll be back with you here in about 20 minutes, guys. All right, guys. Well, we finally got the chicken and dumplings finished up. They look awesome. We got some sourdough rolls that my beautiful wife made the other day, and that's gonna go great together. Like I said, you get tired of, you make a big pot, it's gonna last you a few days, especially if you got 2 or 3 people eating during the week on it. But once you get tired of it like this, you can put cheddar cheese on it, you can put sour cream in it, and when you're making it, you can put vegetables in it, celery, corn, carrots, green beans, whatever you want to put in there to spice it up for yourself. And so let's go ahead and try one and see how it is. Looks really good. Did you add some more pepper to it, honey?
I did not.
Oh, we see more pepper now. That's good. And I will say it probably does need just a little bit more pepper, but I like pepper. No, Wily Bear.
You need to move those rolls.
All right, guys. So anyway,
And just look at how the dumplings got bigger from what you cooked, cut them.
Yeah, I better try some more of them.
I mean, they're about double size.
Give me some chicken. Now for me, I'll probably add just a little bit more salt as well. But, when it gets to the final stage, you can add pepper or salt. But we really appreciate you guys coming in and stopping in today. And we're going to have that cinnamon twist bread up tomorrow. The cinnamon swirl bread up tomorrow. And we better go ahead and let this boy have a bite, because we're getting crazy here. All right, come on, Wally. Thanks for coming in, guys. All right, Wally, you ready to try it? Come here. Come here, over here. Sit. Too late. I guess he likes it. Of course, what dog wouldn't love chicken and dumplings?
Okay, you better give Shaker his.
Alright, we'll put him in his abode here. Come on.
All right, you're moving the bowl out of the kitchen.
All right, guys, here's, I toasted some of those biscuits, cut them into little slices, made me some toast. We got a nice looking meal here for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.